After a 2-month adventure, I finally reached the monetization thresholds for my American football account on X. So I thought I would take you through the process of connecting my bank account so that I can get payouts, and then also share some of the things I learned along the way so that hopefully the process is a lot easier for you than it was for me. First, let me take you through the process of hooking up your bank account. Once you reach the thresholds, you will get a notification letting you know that you are eligible for payouts. And connecting your bank account is a pretty simple process. It shouldn't take you more than 5 minutes. Just go to Settings, then Monetization, then Add Revenue Sharing, and then click on Join and Set Up Payouts. It will then have you connect your X account to your bank account through Stripe. And after you've connected your bank account, you're all set. It's literally that easy. Now, moving on to some of the things that I've learned along the way. First, if you are serious about getting monetized, subscribe to X Premium right away. Subscribing to X Premium will make your life 10 times easier because your posts will get prioritized in replies and also in search. It will also serve as a sort of commitment to your goal because once you pay, then there's kind of no going back after that. Next, the easiest way to get impressions is to reply to bigger accounts. So pick a handful of accounts that are in your niche and start replying to them. And if you pick the right accounts that are big enough and have posts that go viral, then you can pretty easily get hundreds of thousands of impressions a day just by replying to people. Be careful though, as you do this. Don't be spammy. Don't interact with too many other people in the replies. And also don't reply too fast. Now what I mean by that is posting multiple replies in the same very short time frame. I have had my account shadow banned for replying too quickly and for interacting with other accounts that had a low reputation score. Especially do not interact with accounts that are underneath the potentially sensitive content warning, as that's a surefire way to get yourself shadow banned. To try and protect yourself from replying too fast, try and limit yourself to about one post every 10 minutes or so. That way you protect yourself from replying too close together and getting shadow banned. That happened to me a lot towards the end when I was really trying to crunch and get to the 5 million when I was really close. Then I kept getting excited and replying too close together, and then it would end up getting me shadow banned. Next, set up a schedule for yourself so that you don't get too overwhelmed. 5 million impressions can seem like a pretty big number when you first start. So what I did is I took 5 million, I divided it by 90, and that gives you the number of impressions you need to get each day to make sure that you stay on pace for the goal. I rounded up to 60,000 just to be safe and make sure that I knew as long as I got 60,000 impressions each day, then I would be on my way to achieving the goal. And then if you get more than that, great. It'll just speed up the process. Another thing I learned is try to stay patient. Don't try and get all the impressions and all the followers all at once. When you try and do too much in one day, it usually ends up with yourself getting frustrated and overwhelmed and your account getting shadow banned. So don't overextend yourself and don't go too crazy. Just try and be consistent and focus on getting those 60,000 each day, and you will get there eventually. Don't worry. Moving on. Follow for follow works on X. This is how I got most of my first 500 followers. I looked up follow trends in my niche and then followed people and connected with people who had similar interests to myself. And in doing so, I made sure to only follow accounts that posted real stuff and also that had been created at least a month or two go as opposed to brand new accounts. And the reason for that is that newer accounts have a lower reputation score, and so interacting with them can lead to getting shadow banned. Also, if you just follow a bunch of people who only post follow trains and engagement bait, then that can lead to problems for your account, such as shadow bans, and just it'll lead to a general low quality of follower that you have, as opposed to if you follow someone who is at least interested in sports, for example, like you are, then there's a good chance that they'll interact with your posts and maybe reply and boost your engagement in a more natural way than just baiting people. Another thing I learned is to not stress if I get shadow banned. You can do everything that you can to protect your account and avoid the shadow bans, but there's a pretty good chance that you're going to get shadow banned at some point. When that happens, don't stress. Just look back through your posts and people that you have recently followed and try and figure out what you did that led to getting shadow banned in the first place. If you delete the problematic posts, unfollow the problematic accounts, and take a break for a day or two, then your account should get unbanned pretty easily. There may be some times where you face a rough week. That happened to me when I was around 300,000 impressions away, and so it was extremely frustrating. But I found that if I just relaxed, took it easy, put in place those boundaries that I set to make sure I wasn't replying too fast, then I was able to work it out and my account is fine now. Alright, that's going to do it for this video. These are some of the things that I learned over the past 2 months as I work towards monetization. If this video provided you with value, then please consider subscribing to the channel and leaving a like on the video, as that really does help me out. Also, leave a comment down below if you'd like to see a video about my first X payout, which should come in about 2 weeks from now, and I'll see you guys in the next video.